You know, today we're living in one of the most extraordinary times to be alive. The resources we have are extraordinary. If you went back to a place like 1920 and people trying to create a quality of life, they look at today and it'll look like a miracle. You know, we've got Ubers, pretty soon flying Ubers, you know, we've got television, we've got all these tools in our pockets that can give us any answer we want. But you know, if you go to a university environment, the place that you're supposed to be able to learn to create the greater quality of life, you're going to find great relationships, you're going to find great information. But there's a real crisis right now, and the crisis is because the cost is 8 times faster in its growth for these university educations than what real incomes are. And so people come in and they work their tail off and they go massively in debt. We have 1.5 trillion in debt. And then you find out what percentage of those people actually work in an industry they have a degree in. And the fact is 73% don't. Yeah. And the 27% that do, half of them say they don't enjoy what they do for a living. So we want to talk to you just for 2 seconds about an option that we've had the privilege for 60 years between us, 40 years for me and 20 years for him, to be a part of, where life can be meaningful.
And it's the self-education industry. The reason, Tony and I have been friends for over a decade, but the one thing, besides a lot, the one thing we had in common was the fact that neither one of us went down traditional education. Yeah. And we felt like there was no other hope. My guidance counselor said to me, oh, you're not going to college, no SATs, you should apply at the only factory in our town for minimum wage. She never shared there was something in the middle. It wasn't cool yet, but something has shifted. Self-education's becoming the new norm. It's what Tony and I found. I learned from so many teachers, including you. You impacted my life over 25 years ago, and you introduced me to Jim Rohn and Wayne Dyer and Eckhart Tolle and all these great people, and all of a sudden I found a new way. Well, here's the thing. The ability to extract what you know, a hobby, a skill, a passion, an expertise, or extract what other people know and share it in a methodical way through Skype, through Zoom, through a group, through a mastermind, through a course. And this is what Tony and I have been doing together for over 60 years, and we decided to share it with the world. And it went from our mission to a movement. Yeah. It has absolutely become the new way. And if you're someone who would love to make an impact, to love to help other people, then you're going to want to know more about the self-education industry. And that's why Tony and I are going live once again. Click the link on this page. You can reserve your spot. It's February 27th. And last time we went live, over 200,000 people showed up. And now we have a whole year under our belt, a whole year of experience of providing the blueprint to show you how not only can you create new income in your life, but how to impact other people's lives, how to do something that makes sense.
Something that's meaningful for you. You know, anybody can find a way to sell widgets or do something for a living, True. But to do something where you take something you know, or I started out with a teacher named Jim Rohn, who was my teacher, and I was like his broker. I went and got people to hear him and speak and learn from him. Well, today we have software and technology that can do all that for you, all the way down to the marketing, show you how to create the course, how to promote it, how to make it happen. But we'd love to just educate you on what's possible on that side. As you said, 200,000 people showed up, 450,000 people signed up.
Yeah.
And, you know, half the people don't show up. So if you really are interested in just at least finding out what's available, we'd like to sincerely add value to you by showing you the best of what we've learned over the last combined 60 years. And all you got to do is click on the link and then get into your calendar and don't miss the date, because you don't want to miss out on an opportunity that could really open up the doors for you.
Listen, we all know the biggest opportunities in life are when the biggest problem needs to be solved. Yeah. The education system needs to evolve. It's a huge problem. And together, we can help solve that problem while you can lean into something that could really juice your life like we've been able to do. So click the link on this page. If you don't even understand what we're saying, show up. In 2 hours, we'll be able to show you exactly what it's like to enter an industry skyrocketing.
Thanks for just taking a moment of your time to listen to us, and we hope we have the chance to serve you personally.
If you could go back 5 years, 10 years, maybe even 20 years, and spend one day with your younger self, one day with your 20-year-old version, what would that be worth to you to say, avoid this, make sure you put the gas down when you hit this, don't do this at all, and change that whole belief system you had because it's wrong? What would that be worth to you, and especially if you're in business or you have an expertise, whether that's a carpenter, an accountant, fly fishing, or you cut hair, what would that be worth to go back? Well, that's the self-education industry. People are saying, should I go back to college or stick with this job, or let me go find somebody who's already done what I want to do for 5 or 10 years more than me and pay them to, as Tony says, condense decades into days. And that's the knowledge industry. That's why Tony and I have come together to create the process, the blueprint to show you how to impact other people's lives. All those people that need that information where college may not be working, or maybe they went to college years ago and they're stuck in something that's not working. They want to pay you to impact their lives. And we wanted to create the blueprint, and we're so excited that we're going live once again. We did it last year, pretty much broke the internet. And you can click the link on this page and see how you can reserve a spot for this live training.
If there's something that you would like to do that would be more meaningful, this is an opportunity to do it. And we want to add massive value to you. So all you have to do is click down below and join us on that day, lock it in your calendar, and we'll deliver that value for you. You can judge for yourself.
Hey, ladies, if you are watching this, I want you to just pause for a quick second because I have a really important message to deliver with a really important someone. So this guy right here, he's my business coach. And a lot of you wonder, how did Jenna get to where she is and what the heck does she actually do? Here's the thing. I have taken on mentors in my life that have changed my life, but none of that would have mattered if I didn't realize that I have a voice that can change the world. And guess what? If you're watching this right now, there's something really cool you need to know. You have something in your life, in your vision, in your voice that can change the world too. So we have a training for you, and this training actually changed my life. Like, I flew to Arizona so that I could get this guy to help tell you about this training that absolutely transformed everything.
Here's the thing. People are realizing that they can cut checks for speed, meaning they could pay someone to learn their knowledge and go a lot faster. So people are saying, should I go to college for 4 years, 6 years, 7 years, pay all that money and learn general knowledge? Or if I want to be in the wedding photography business, should I pay Jenna Kutcher for a weekend workshop or be in her group or get her course? And she took everything she learned in 5 or 7 or 10 years and condensed it down. Oh, I'm going to choose Jenna. Whether it's wedding photography, I taught people how to do real estate. It could be fly fishing, how to do hair extensions, how to work out better, how to eat better. Every industry in the world is realizing that they could still work the time and effort community. They could still take the photography or take the pictures at the wedding, or they could exponentially grow their impact by teaching lots of other people how to do it.
It's go time. If I really know you, there's a desire on your heart to make a bigger impact. So all you have to do is sign up, and we'll see you on the inside.
Click the link. If you're ready for another level of success, impact, joy, abundance in your life, then you're going to want to listen to this couple of minutes, because my dear friend Tony Robbins and I are going live again for the first time and only time this entire year. We did it last year, pretty much broke the internet. Over 200,000 people showed up. Why? Because so many of us are looking to transition, to go from one thing to something that fills our soul while simultaneously creates success. And that's what we've shared. If you're ready to get out of a life that's maybe making you money but not giving your heart what it deserves, if you're ready to do something you could really sink your teeth in, if you'd like to make impact and have next level success, then you're going to want to mark your calendar for February 27th and show up live. We only do this once a year. If you know anything about me, if you know anything about Tony Robbins, you know we're about impact. And the reason it broke the internet last year is because we gave people the blueprint to extract what they know, their experiences, their habits, their success, their skills, teach to other people and do something meaningful in their life and create next level success. It's become a movement. And if you're not already registered, you're going to want to register right now. Listen, in my life, I've been blessed to start over 13 companies, have more success than I ever thought was humanly possible. But when I look back, it came from 3 things. Total immersion. When I decided to do something, I burned the boats. I learned from people. But then you need the ongoing support. How do you stay in the game? And lastly, you need to learn from people who've already been there. Tony and I have 60 plus years making impact and next level success. And we're going to pull back the curtain and show you on February 27th and give you those 3 pieces. But what you have to do is click the link below right now, reserve your spot, then put it on your hand, put it on your refrigerator, put it in your phone, and make sure you show up, because FOMO's real. Regret stinks. I'll see you there live on February 27th. Hurry up, click the link. Are you really going to miss this? Hey, it's Dean Graziosi, and I want to give you one last reminder, because there's less than 24 hours left for you to register and reserve your spot for the live training I'm going to do with Tony Robbins. We did it last year and pretty much broke the internet. Over 200,000 people showed up. We're only doing it once this year, and the only way to get on is to reserve your spot on this page. If you're ready to tap into your next level, live into your full potential, experience next level success while at the same time impacting people's lives, then you're going to want to do one thing. Click the link on this page and reserve your spot to this live training. FOMO sucks. Legit. Last year we had tens of thousands of people email us after and say, can you go live again? We said, yeah, next year. Well, this is your time. If you follow Tony, if you follow myself, if you know anything about us, our values, what we stand for, you know that we're going to deliver massive value. But if you don't register now, you might miss out. Click the link on this page. Join us live. Get there early, and we'll see you in the chat. I'm so glad you landed here. Hey, it's Dean Graziosi, and in celebration of the live training I'm doing with Tony Robbins, my dear friend, on February 27th, the same training we did last year that pretty much broke the internet. Over 200,000 people showed up. We're so stoked for it. We only do it once a year. But in celebration of that, if you're on this page, we're kind of pulling back the curtain a little bit and giving you instant access to some free training. No strings attached. Just some of the best training ever from Tony Robbins and I. First off, if we don't have the right mindset, nothing works. So you get mindset and momentum training from Tony. Then you're going to have some marketing training and some sales training from me. You have instant access. All you have to do on this page is enter your email. Listen, we are in changing times. We are in a transition. The world is ready to do something that's more meaningful, that has more impact. And that's what we taught last year. That's why it became a movement. But for right now, all you got to do is enter your name and email on this page and get instant access to some killer behind the scenes training. I'm actually at a mastermind in Puerto Rico right now. It's going amazing. I can't wait to share some of that when I'm live. But in the meantime, grab the training and I'll see you soon.
I want to show you how I started with literally nothing, and our team started with nothing, and how we entered a business of changing lives is still the most meaningful thing in my life and the most fulfilling. So I want to give you the insights of 40 years of experience so that you could do something on the side, or you could build into something over time that's extraordinary.
If you're watching right now and you crave another level, if you are dying to start your own thing, your own business, your own company, you're going to want to watch. We have 60 plus years. This is such an amazing industry. If you have your own business and you're in the middle someplace, decent profits, a lot of stress, this is perfect for you. And if you're crushing it and you're on a whole nother level and you're ready to go to the next, this is where you can make significance, impact, and be a part of this evolution.
Hey, guess what? So I am at my business coach Dean's office right now, and he was just teaching me all these crazy things about business. And maybe you've wondered, where the heck does Jenna Kutcher learn how to run her business? Well, it's from hiring mentors and people who have gone before me so that I can learn faster. Because I don't know about you, but I don't have a lot of time, especially as a new mom. I am struggling to find minutes out of every single day. But here's the deal. Dean and Tony, they teamed up. Tony, by the way, Tony Robbins, have teamed up to do this incredible training. And I can tell you it absolutely transformed the game, not just for me, but for thousands of other people, and more specifically, thousands of women. And if I know anything about you, there is a gift on your heart, and there is something that's telling you that there is a chance for you to make a bigger impact on this world. And I know you're working hard making an impact on those in your current life, but I cannot wait for you to get your message out to the masses. So sign on up for this training. It's with Dean and Tony. You get to learn from my coach and learn from the best, and I'll see you on the inside.
What's powerful is that every single one of you guys have a God-given talent or something that you have that can change somebody else's life.
How cool is that concept? And I'm here with Mr. Russel Brunson, the co-founder of ClickFunnels. And we also work together with our dear friend Tony Robbins. It started off as a passion, then a mission, and now it's become a movement.
I think that what's powerful is that every single one of you guys have a God-given talent or something that you have that can change somebody else's life. And most of us don't know that, or if we do know that, we don't know how to get it out. Maybe you're good at cooking or photography, or you're good at business, or you're good at making potato guns, which was my first business actually doing this. Like, it doesn't matter how crazy your ideas are. You don't have to be a PhD. All you have to do is be one step ahead of the people you're serving and people you're helping change their life. But I've definitely felt like what I do is like a calling, and it's so cool that you can actually make your calling a career. You can can change tons of people's lives.
Yeah, and one last thing I want to ask you, because I watch the passion you have when you talk about serving and giving back. Is there anything that you could imagine that can be more rewarding than helping people go faster?
Oh no, there's a huge fulfillment you get when you're like working with one person one-on-one, and you help that person shift their life. But when you learn how to package it in a way where you're not just helping one person, but maybe 10 or 100 or 1,000, or we've got case studies of people that are serving millions of people right now, the impact you get from that is it's second to none. There's nothing else that can compare to it.
Well, that's why Tony and I decided, and then we teamed up with Russel as well. We have over 70 years being in the knowledge industry, and we created the blueprint to show you how to extract what you know, a passion, a hobby, an expertise, how to identify the people that want it, how to offer it to them, impact their lives, and do it over and over again. Click the link below right now and register for this special webcast training. It will blow your mind. Put everything else on hold and join this special training and see how you can enter the knowledge industry. Hey, it's Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins, and we are so excited because we're doing something pretty special.
You know, I'm excited because the two of us between us have 60 years of experience doing this. And between us, we've spent our lives figuring out how to extract knowledge. You know, there is a power that can change anybody's life, and that's the power of self-education. So what Dean and I have been working on is putting together a program that can show you how to take the best of what you know and bring it to the world. We're going to show you exactly what to do from top to bottom. What it's really about in the end is saying, I got a vision for my life and I'm not willing to settle for anything less. And we've got some tools, some technology, some software, and between us the experience to show you how to go to the next level. And we hope we have the privilege of being able to serve you.
All right, Tony, why should people join us live for our online training on February 27th?
Don't do it unless you're hungry. You know, and I don't mean food hungry. I mean hungry for more, hungry to have an impact, hungry to find a higher purpose. It's what both of us have built our lives on over 60 years between us, for me 40 years. And it's the opportunity to really learn how to take any knowledge you have, anything that's useful, anything that's valuable, and help other people. Or if you know somebody else, I started as a knowledge broker. You know, Jim Rohn was my teacher, and I learned all these things he was doing, and I didn't have his skills, so I got people to hear him. And that helped change my life because I heard it over and over again until I became the speaker.
And then you were the expert.
Yeah, and I became the expert. So it's just, if you're looking for a way to either have a secondary business, but one that's meaningful. You know, anybody can sell widgets or go online and market something. But if you want to do something that's fun, that's powerful, that's emotive, that gives you meaning, and you should tune in live and we'll show you exactly how we've done it over the last 60 years together.
You know, the last 4 stages I was on, I've asked if you could do one or the other. At the end of your life, you could make massive amount of impact or make massive amount of money. It's always 100% say, I'd rather make impact. It's not for the few anymore. Self-education is becoming the new norm. Tony and I condensed 60 plus years. We took decades, as you always say, condensed it into the best course possible, the best process, the blueprint, and now we're going live again. We went live last year. We had over 450,000 people register. Over 200,000 people showed up. And those 200,000 people who didn't show up had massive FOMO for missing out on live, and we're doing it again.
We want to talk to you just for 2 seconds about an option that we've had the privilege for 60 years between us, 40 years for me and 20 years for him, to be a part of, where life can be meaningful.
And it's the self-education industry. The reason Tony and I have been friends for over a decade. The one thing we had in common was the fact that neither one of us went down traditional education.
Yeah.
And we felt like there was no other hope. My guidance counselor said to me, oh, you're not going to college, no SATs, you should apply at the only factory in our town for minimum wage. She never shared there was something in the middle. It wasn't cool yet, but something has shifted. Self-education is becoming the new norm. It's what Tony and I found. I learned from so many teachers, including you. You impacted my life over 25 years ago, and all of a sudden, I found a new way. Well, here's the thing. The ability to extract what you know, a hobby, a skill, a passion, an expertise, or extract what other people know, and share it in a methodical way through Skype, through Zoom, through a group, through a mastermind, through a course. And this is what Tony and I have been doing together for over 60 years, and we decided to share it with the world. If you're someone who would love to make an impact, to love to help other people, then you're going to want to know more about the self-education industry.
So if you really are interested in just at least finding out what's available, we'd like to sincerely add value to you by showing you the best of what we've learned over the last combined 60 years. And all you got to do is click on the link and then get in your calendar and don't miss the date, because you don't want to miss out on an opportunity that could really open up the doors for you. some of you know, I spent the last, say, 7-8 years interviewing some of the smartest financial people in the world, the Ray Dalias, the Carl Icahns, the Warren Buffetts. And nobody knows when the economy is going to change, but we all know it can't last forever. So what are you going to do when the market changes? And what do you want to do before it changes to take advantage of where we are?
And that is specialized knowledge. That is the knowledge industry. And here's some crazy facts. The knowledge industry barely existed 40 years ago. I mean, especially when you started 40 years ago.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I'm saying, you know, you were 10.
You old person.
You were 10. But when you started, it wasn't
True.
cool. I mean, it wasn't cool, just being
It wasn't
honest.
growing that
It
fast.
wasn't growing.